When we're planting seeds, whether it's seeds that we've grown something from, let them dry out, harvested, and saved our own seeds, or even if they're store bought seeds, sometimes these seeds just won't germinate, or they'll take forever to germinate. Have you ever had a time that you planted something and it was supposed to germinate in 7 to 14 days and it was 2 months down the road? Now, once it germinated, it did a fantabulous job and you had food for a long time and a wonderful harvest. But it wasn't in time, maybe for whatever your needs might have been at that time. That has happened to me. So let's head outside and see how I pivoted. And here I am in my garden in the rain, but I am solving my problem. As I mentioned, I started my seeds in the little plastic bags just as I did for the spring. And they are germinating. But today is the beginning of October, and I really want to have my own collards for the holidays. And I'm just not so sure that what I started in the plastic bags is going to continue germinating fast enough in order for me to plant them and then they grow large enough in order for me to really harvest them. Now, you can harvest them at any time, but I'm not looking to have any baby greens. I'm looking to have some real collard greens. And sometimes, no matter how we plant, whether we start our plants indoors, start our plants outdoors like I did, direct sow, sometimes they just don't germinate, or they don't germinate as fast as we need and or want them to. So for me, the next best thing is to pick up some starts. And that's what I did. I didn't buy starts for everything that I planted, and the bags are still over there and they will stay there, and I will continue to watch those. Should they germinate well enough, I will go ahead and plant those as well, but there is nothing wrong with picking up starts. Most starts don't require any fertilizer or anything of that nature, and so they're pretty organic at the very beginning, and it's okay to pick up starts. And if you're not sure if the soil that they were grown in is 100% organic, or you want to make sure, you can always bring home the starts and gently, very, very gently rinse off the soil, technically washing the roots, and take those roots and replant them in your own organic soil or potting mix. But for me, I am just going to go ahead. As you see, I am planting. Now, what I'm planting now is collard greens. I actually have 6 plants. One of them was actually a double plant in one, which I separated. But this is going to give me quite a bit of collard greens, because collard greens can also be cut and come back. The only thing I had in this very large container was a head of cabbage, a little bit of parsley, and some Thai basil. So just 3 things in this very large. This is an 8x2 container, and I absolutely love it. Actually, once I put the cover on it, my cabbage has done much better. I've harvested a couple of them, and my Thai basil is taller than ever. So I'm really loving this container, and I'll see how my collard greens will do. Now, I am also planting from starts Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are my favorite, but for whatever reason, I haven't been able to get them to grow. I've tried growing them indoors. I've tried growing them in bags. I've tried growing them from seed. I've tried direct sowing them outside. I've tried everything, and I absolutely love Brussels, but I haven't been able to grow them. So I saw these starts and I thought to myself, let's give these starts a try. Now, I would not suggest that you tear into your container with starts like you see me doing here, but it's actually raining right now, and it's starting to rain a little harder. So I'm really trying to get this done before it starts pouring down. But you want to be gentle. I did not tear up many of my plants, but the possibility was there. So please be gentle when you are taking your plants out of the little starter containers that they may come in. Now I have 6 Brussels and I have 6 collards. I'm putting the Brussels on one end of this container and the collards on the other. I want to give all of them plenty of space. And this is 8 feet by 2 feet. So to have 6 and 6 on each side, that's more than enough room. Now, the only other thing that, like I said, I have in here is some Thai basil, just a very small amount of parsley, as well as 1 head of cabbage. What I am going to also put in here is something that I'm going to try. I have some Brussels that I have picked up from the store, just individual Brussels, and I'm going to plant them in here. And I'll show you guys that when I get ready to do that. But I'm going to see if I can grow Brussels from Brussels, because that's something else that I've never tried. So these are the things that you can do if your starts don't start. There is nothing wrong with going and buying a start. And here I have another double one, and I'm going to gently take it apart. Now, if you do have more than one plant in the start, instead of just taking it out and planting the whole thing, if you can separate it, please do, because otherwise it's not going to grow to its full capacity once you do plant it. And that also gives you 2 plants. Now, if you're struggling to get them apart, again, what you can do very gently is remove the soil with water. Just a gentle stream to remove the soil. That way you'll expose more of the roots and you can kind of detangle them from there. So never tug on them to the part where you want to break off the roots, because then you're not doing the plant or yourself any good. Okay? So I am enjoying out here in the rain. That's another thing. I wanted to get these planted while they are in the rain, because that keeps me from needing to water them in, and they get the good water. Okay? Because although I use a filter on my hose, there is nothing like rainwater. Nothing at all. So when you do plant them, just gently press down and then walk away. Let them become acclimated to the soil before you do anything else, like start to fertilize them and things of that nature. Just let them. You've removed them from the only home that they knew, and you're putting them in a new home. So just let them hang out and become adjusted. Peek at them every now and then. Make sure they're perking up. And I typically try to give my plants at least a good week before I go in and start nourishing them or anything else. Give them a good week. And then according to what you planted, you can go in and nourish it. Give it the right amount of water. Make sure if it needs some fertilizer, you're doing everything that you need to do at that particular point in time. So down here we have our Brussels all nicely planted. That's my Thai basil and my little parsley right there, and that's my cabbage. Then over on the other end, we have our collard greens. I've probably spaced them all maybe about a foot apart. And the faster you pivot, the better your harvest will be. You'll give yourself time, and if the things that you planted eventually grows, that's fine. But in the meantime, you've solved your problem. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today in my garden and in my office. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Take a second to subscribe to the channel. Returning subscribers, thank you so much. And members of the Scaredy Cat crew, thank you all so much for your loyal, faithful support. And if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member of the Scaredy Cat crew, the join button is below. I'm Pam, this is Zone 8A, and anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.